Okay, let's jump right into this explainer because we need to face an uncomfortable truth right off the bat. Almost everything you think you know about your cat's noises, yeah, it's probably wrong. I mean, we all kind of share this assumption that we totally speak our pet's language, right? We comfortably believe a meow just means they're hungry, a purr means they're perfectly happy, and silence just means, well, everything is fine. But when we actually look at the science of feline frequencies, oh boy, that is not what's really happening.
We've absolutely all been there. You know the scenario. You hear it in the middle of the night, that low, stretched out sound. It doesn't quite sound like a meow, but it's definitely not a growl either. It just kind of lingers in the air long enough to make you wonder, wait, what does that mean? Well, we're going to plunge right into the mystery of those late night sounds. We're looking at how your cat is reacting to a world that you literally cannot fully perceive. Because there are noises your cat makes that seem completely random, at least until you start noticing exactly when they happen. And let me tell you, once you see the pattern here, you absolutely cannot unsee it.
So, let's start with the sounds of the hunt. Picture your cat. They're staring, completely motionless out a window, and they're making that weird, sharp, almost vibrating chirping sound. It seems harmless, right? Maybe even a little cute, but your cat isn't actually talking to you at all. That chirp comes directly from deep inside their hunting instinct. Out in the wild, cats use these rapid vocal clicks when prey, like birds just behind some glass or, insects crawling way up high on a wall, are just out of reach. And that deep instinct, it doesn't just magically turn off because your cat lives indoors. It adapts. So when your cat chirps at a window, they really aren't just bored. Beneath the surface, their feline brain is firing in this highly specific hardwired loop. See the prey, chase the prey, capture the prey. But when a pane of window glass suddenly interrupts that sequence, that deep biological frustration quite literally leaks out as a chirp. It is the sound of an incomplete hunt. Crazy, right? Okay, moving from hunting instincts over to social rules and hard boundaries, let's look at how your cat actually maps out its relationship with you. Think about that low, rolling trill you hear when you walk into a room or when your cat slowly walks up to you with its tail slightly raised. Now, the human assumption is that this is just a sweet, friendly hello, but the feline reality? Vastly different. When your cat approaches with that trill, they're actually using the exact same sound mother cats use to call their kittens. It's a signal that says, hey, follow me, stay close, you're safe here. So they aren't just greeting you, they are literally placing you within their hierarchy. They're assigning you a role. Now on the flip side, consider the sudden explosive hiss. It just cuts through the air instantly, right? No buildup, absolutely no warning. Most of us immediately assume this means aggression or anger or that an attack is coming. Actually, scratch that. A hiss is not an attack at all. It is pure fear, compressed into a single explosive moment. It's your cat clearly stating that something is very wrong and they desperately need space, right now. Scientists have actually discovered that a cat hisses specifically because it wants to avoid a fight entirely. It's really a final warning before they either bolt and escape or are forced to defend themselves. Which means if you hear a hiss, you've already crossed a hard boundary. You're already way too close to the edge. Now, understanding healing vibrations and hidden distress means realizing that not all sounds are just reactions to the outside world. And this brings us to what might be one of the most misunderstood sounds in the entire animal kingdom. We all comfortably believe that a slow, vibrating rumble, the kind you feel almost more than you hear, means pure contentment and happiness. And, hey, to be fair, sometimes it absolutely does. It's really comforting to think of it as a feline smile. However, you really gotta realize that cats also purr under vastly different circumstances. They purr when they are in immense pain, when they're highly anxious, when they are injured, and, astonishingly, even when they're near death. The purr is definitely not just a simple indicator of a good mood. That vibration isn't just emotional, it is intensely biological. The specific frequency of a cat's purr has actually been scientifically shown to promote real physical healing. It literally aids in tissue regeneration and even bone repair. So when your cat purrs after a stressful event or an injury, they aren't telling you they're okay. They are actively trying to make things okay. Suddenly, that familiar sound doesn't feel so simple anymore, does it? Similarly, a long, drawn-out yowl echoing in an empty space, that often signals distress, disorientation, or even cognitive decline, especially in older cats. It feels unnatural to us, like something is wrong, and usually something is. You see, cats do not vocalize randomly. Every single sound is tied to a trigger. That makes a yowl a completely logical response to highly sensitive triggers,
things like an unseen scent or a shift in their internal state that are just completely invisible to our human senses.
And that brings us perfectly to a custom language for humans. This is the ultimate reveal about the classic sound we all know best.
Get ready, because this is kind of mind-bending. The classic meow, it isn't instinct, it isn't fear, it isn't even their natural way of speaking to one another. The truth that most people never realize is that adult cats do not naturally meow to each other. It is a learned behavior, reserved almost entirely for you, the human.
Think about it. Over time, your cat has observed you. They made a sound, and you reacted. They learned exactly which specific pitches and volumes make you get up, feed them, or open a door. Every meow you hear has been customized and shaped by your reactions, which means, in a very real way, you actively taught your cat how to talk to you. And now, well, they use that custom language constantly to manage you.
So bringing it all together and listening on a new frequency, we can see that every strange noise your cat makes is part of an incredibly precise, layered system. Your cat isn't unpredictable, not at all. They are processing a world that is much faster, much sharper, and far more intense than yours. They're hearing frequencies you can't detect and smelling changes you'd never notice. They take all of that invisible stimuli, process it instantly, and express it through these highly specialized signals. It only feels mysterious because you just aren't tuned to their frequency yet. But once you understand this system, those sounds stop being random. They become clues.
So, the next time your cat makes a strange noise, don't just ignore it. Pause, watch, listen. They really aren't trying to confuse you. They are trying to show you a glimpse into an incredibly active, constantly scanning mind. The question is no longer about what your cat is doing, but rather, are you finally ready to understand it?
So what is the strangest sound your cat has ever made, and what do you think it was trying to say? I'll leave you with that question to ponder about your own feline companion. Look back at those strange moments with fresh eyes. I really hope this explainer has you listening on a whole new frequency, ready to finally hear what they've been saying to you all along.